Hey, it's Dr. Robin. Some people have asked me, how do I homeschool and also run Dr. Robin's school and also do all the other things? And I'll also add in there, I also had multiple strokes when my youngest child was a baby, and I have long COVID. So I have very limited energy. And a whole lot of it is I have lowered my standards. So my child is not learning Latin, but my child is getting a good education. In fact, getting a better education than I did. And I went to medical school, so that's pretty cool. But I'm focusing on what's super important when I'm educating my child. In the home, I'm focusing on what's super important. I am not wasting my time on things that are not important. If something isn't worth my time, it is out. And that used to be really hard for me to do because I felt like I needed to do everything. And I'll bet a lot of you feel that way too. Like you have to be a good wife and a good mother and a good teacher and a good worker and a good daughter. And you know what? We're one person each. We all get the same 24 hours. And some of us get less than that because like I get really, really bad fatigue where I can't stay awake anymore. I have to go to bed. It's just done. And so I don't get as many hours as other people. So I have to be really careful how I use those hours to make sure that I use them in a way that is meaningful to me. And so I do time logs personally. And I look at it and I say, is this how I'm using my time reflecting what's important to me? And the first time I did a time log, well, I did time logs before I had kids. And then there was this period of time where I was just in survival mode. But as the kids got older, the first time I did a time log as a mom, I looked at it. I was spending a ridiculous amount of time, like more than a full-time job, nagging people. Now, I didn't label it as nagging. I was like reminding and helping and supporting. But really, it was just like getting people to do things they're supposed to do. And I was like, this is not how I want to spend my full-time job, is nagging people. That is not what I'm here for. So we have family meetings in my family. Fewer now that my kids are getting older, but we used to have more family meetings. And those family meetings are really useful. And I was like, hey guys, do you like being nagged? Because I don't like nagging you. So we need to figure something different out because this is not working for me. Is it working for you? And so we did a lot of negotiating and I lowered my standards and they increased their effort. And between all of us, it got a lot better. Perfect? No, not at all, but a lot better. And a lot of it is I don't bother fighting about things that aren't worth fighting about. So we have a pretty peaceful household. But my kids know that if I do like set down this is it, I don't do it very often. And so they tend to just be like, oh, okay, mom, sorry, my bad. We'll take care of that. So that is how I do it, is honestly lowering standards, focusing on priorities, and not guilting myself anymore. We don't use the word should in my house. We say it's a shouldy way of thinking. And there's no shoulds about like I should do something with my mom or I should do something with my kids. I'll do what I can and not what I can't, and that's it.